Alright, so I'll try to keep this under 10 minutes. How to keyframe in Ventuz. Really simple video for beginners if you haven't played with the animation too much. We're going to go here, File New. I'm going to start with an empty scene. We're going to go to Toolbox and we're going to add a axis. Right, to our axis we're going to give it a solid color. And then we're going to choose a geometry. We're going to use a circle and we're going to create a bouncy ball. We're going to using the keyframe animation. So I'm going to scale this up to say 4.5. Of course, you can choose whatever size you like. And our start position. Now I'm going to set the pivot point for this circle to the alignment on Y to bottom. It's moved it slightly up because the center pivot is moved from the center of the circle to now the bottom of the circle. Right, so a great way to see this is if I was to squish it on the Y, you can see that's where the center pivot is. If I was to reset that alignment on the to center, now it will scale from the center of the circle equally. So it's entirely up to you. I'm going to set it, or actually let's leave it on center. Don't worry, we can change it if we want later, but let's leave it like this for now. Let's just reset that scale. Okay, so to use the keyframe animation node, we need the keyframe animation node. Alright, from the toolbox. So we're going to grab this animation tab, keyframe, we're going to drop it into our content. Now you can name this whatever you like. So you can call this bounce, or you can call it bouncing ball, or you can call it animation, whatever you like. It doesn't matter. Alright. Now to animate a specific keyframe or element, value or whatever it is you want, all you have to do is drop it onto your keyframe, the animation node. Right, so if I was to take the Y position and drop it on, now that is connected there and we can now keyframe this. So if I go to the timeline, you can see here we have the Y position. If I was to disconnect this, it's disconnected, but it still held those, it will still hold those values for me to reconnect to that, right? So it may say, oh, this is broken. Right, I'm going to delete this. So to completely delete it, hit delete and say delete channel. Now, the other way to do it, you can drag the Y position to the timeline. Boom. And it will drop it in and it makes the connection as well. Right. If you can't see your timeline, hit view and you hit animation. Right. You'll find the animation there and then you can place it wherever you want in the window. Anyway, to set a keyframe, make sure we go to the time view. And I like to work in seconds, but if you want to work in 25 frames second, 30, 60, you can see they're all available. I like to work in seconds. And this will be an animation over 1 second where the ball starts here and it bounces and kind of stops, right? So this is our starting point. I'm going to set our starting point and we're going to hit a keyframe. So add keyframes, this orange button over here. I know it's really hard to see, but it's this little orange button with the plus, hit add. And that sets a keyframe, right? And then what I'm going to do is jump by 2. So I'm going to do 6 keyframes over the second. So every 2, I'm going to set a key. And of course, you feel free to, you can adjust the position by dragging the value here, the current value, right? And then you can set the key. So we're going to go 2, and then we're going to go up slightly. So not as high as before. So we started at a higher point, then kind of hit the ground. Then we're kind of midway, and then we're going to hit the ground again. Boom. What you could do as well, if we know that's our ground, we can copy that value, Control C, and we can go to that value, Control V, paste it in, and set a key as well. So you can copy and paste your values to save you time. And of course, we're going to go back up again, but very slight. We're not going as high as before. And then I'm going to paste that same value back in where it's the ground. So now if I want to preview this, I can scrub with the left mouse button. Holding the left mouse and drag, right? But if I want to see the actual animation, play from space, Space bar is the shortcut. So if I hit space on my keyboard, it will play the animation, but I can hit play. If you want to play backwards, you can also do that in reverse. So play, Now we have this kind of bounceable. There's no real weight to it. There is something there, but it's not, you know, it's not as nice. So if you want to adjust this, you can. So you got, just like in After Effects or any other software, you got splines that you can tweak, right? Now, there are different options with the splines. If you're zoomed in, for example, like this, before we do this, if you're zoomed in and you can't see it, you have these magnifying glasses, so you can zoom in, zoom out, or you can say zoom to fit in, which is a great one. And then you can see your entire animation, right? And you can, of course, select multiple. Shift, if you hold shift and drag left with the left mouse, you can select all your keyframes. Right now we're using just a spline, but if I wanted to change that spline just to linear, now we have a linear animation. And you know, you have no control over those splines because we said, you know. But if I said, okay, this one keyframe, I want it to be a spline, I can change that. So you do have a lot of flexibility with your timeline. I'm going to put these all back to splines. Boom. And then I'll do is just adjust the handles, right? So I want to adjust the handles of each one and just tighten this up a little. So to drag the animation as well, I forgot to mention, is hold down the middle mouse and you can drag, right? Scroll in with the wheel as well, using the middle mouse button, scroll. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to drag this. And if you notice, as I change the handles, if I click on a keyframe and you look at the properties up here, you can have a lot more control over the handles and the ease and all of that, even the value, position, the keyframe. You can see here, you can change all of these keys from the properties too. So if you want to actually put a specific value in, you can see as I drag the handles, it kind of, you know, you can see it's updating here, but I can also, you know, go in here and drag in the value too. So if I say, oh, I want it to be minus 0.7, specifically that value, then you can put that in too. Right, anyway, there you go. Let's grab this handle. Oh, let's move this out of the way so we can get to that one. And we're just going to tighten these. This is a bit quicker. There we go. Hit play. Boom. So yeah, feel free to play with that. It's a simple animation. So hopefully I'll try to keep it under 10 minutes. Right now we're hit the 7-minute mark. All right. So you want to add a different value to this, right? So you want to now keyframe the scale. So I can also grab the scale on the Y. Boop, drop the Y. And I could say, well, I could set 2 keyframes and it will go from this and then say to this, and it squashes, right? And you can see over time it will just squash. That's you can do that if you want, but you can see it will go from A to B, but we don't want that. We want it to look like squash. So I want it at 1 at the end. It's going to be back to normal, right? At the start it's normal. The in between, I'm going to have to adjust the position as a scale because it's scaled from the center. So if I set a key and then adjust these values, so I'm going to say, well, it squashes and, you know, adjust that Y position so that it hits the ground more. So it's going boom. And then as we go back up, I want it to kind of stretch and set a key. Then I want it to go back down, but not as much, not too much deformation on that. So move that to the ground, set a key. And again, slight stretch, but not much. And then it kind of settles. Boom. Hit play. Now we have a bouncy ball, right? So you can animate multiple properties. It doesn't have to be just scale, rotation, or position. It can be colors. It can be animate textures. It can be turning on an object off and on. You can start a video by using the keyframe. There's a lot of properties you can drop in and add to it, right? So if I was to quickly say, let's say we want the color of this to change over time. I go to color. I want to say, okay, drop the base color in there. I want it to start as a bright red, and you know, set a key, and then at the end I want it to end as orange, and set a key. Boom. And you can see you got the gradient where it's changing over time to orange. So you can keyframe, like I said, you can keyframe multiple properties, and it's not just, you're not just limited to those. Let's go into the Y and fix that bounce here, so we can adjust this as well. So if I zoom out, you can see it's a bit wonky, but I can go in here and I can, you know, play around with the spline and clean it up a little bit. You know, maybe tighten these a little bit more. Hit play, boom, boom, boom. There you go. And at the same time, I can replace this circle object, boom. Keep the animation, exact same animation. Go to my toolbox. Perhaps it's not a circle anymore and it's actual sphere. Well, change this material. So I'll just deactivate the material so you can see the actual lighting, it's actual sphere. The same animation will still apply to this object because we animated the axis, right? If I want both, I can do that, and then I have an axis just to offset this, and this now animation will apply to both, right? As you can see, it still applies to both objects because this is the parent that we keyframed, right? The axis and the material as well. What you can see affects it. Boom. So yeah, just a cool thing, you know, you can do. We don't need this, and we can go back just to the circle. So I'll just control and click and delete that. There we go. Keyframe animation. Of course, I can put a hole in this. Boom. There we go. Slightly over 10 minutes, but I went just to show you a little few things extra. Of course, you can play around, take time, spend the animation. Anyway, enjoy your day, morning, evening, or night. Bye bye.